Clean stream, we're coming to the rescue, baby. I just found this old website from 1996, and of course, I rebuilt it. And this time I used Replit, and here's the final results. This took about 10 minutes. Look how beautiful this website is. Fully dynamic, mobile ready. It's got all the information. I did this in 10 minutes using Replit. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do this too and build one for yourself, build one for a business that you know, or do this as a service where you could actually start charging for these websites. And we're gonna be using Replit to do the damage today. Time to vibe code. You guys know the way. We're gonna pick a random city. So we're gonna go on the map right here, just so you guys could see. I got my goggles on and I'm gonna close my eyes. Let me go in the center. I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna pick a random city. There it is, okay? So here, let me go double decker. As you guys know, I can't see. I'm a blind bat. All right, ooh, we got St. Louis. All right, let's see. Let's zoom right in. And then we're gonna go right into, I typically like to go service-based businesses because most of the time, so like it's their friend building them a website or maybe their neighbor. So let's actually go through and find something here. And we've done some miracles. If you guys go back through my other videos, you'll see the types of videos that I've actually made and the types of websites I've made in the matter of minutes using these tools. Okay, so let me just keep searching a little bit. Let's go crane services. Oh, there's no way that this is gonna be a nice site. Like I always say, when you see it, everybody goes, ooh, and that's what we're gonna see in a second here. So let me just find one. All right, let's check out clean stream. Jackpot. Look at this, look at this. It's like an image header. This is brutal. Then we got one text, got some more image, the text formatting. They need our help and we're gonna help them. I'm gonna definitely reach out to them. I'll send them an email after. We got a map. So this is perfect. Let's go check out the about us. Services. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a beautiful site. I already know it. So let's see what the service is. Okay, we got our website. Now let's go with our prompt. So here we go. So what I wanna be using is Replit, which is a no-code tool. And also I wanna use shadcn, UI and UX. And I'll show you guys how to get that in a second. But let me put my description in and my prompt. I want to build a super modern service business website using Vite plus. I want this to be a full landing page with navigation. And every time you click on navigation buttons, it's going to scroll down to the sections, period. The sections I want is big header, beautiful navigation, services, image gallery, contact form. I want a map. Anything else you would recommend for this type of business. Here is the website we're going to be recreating. I'm also going to include all of the images that we want. And if you want to use any other placeholder images, feel free to do so. Same with icons. Okay. So next what we're going to do is we're going to go to the website and I'm going to save some images. So let's grab this one. Let's grab that one. Let's grab that one. We got some reviews. So I also want to add reviews. Also add reviews from the site. I want this to be a complete website that looks like a $10,000 site. I don't want some basic demo. So that is our prompt. And now we're going to drag these images in. So here's a couple of the images. And if you guys have all your designs, you can upload all that stuff. The point of this video is to show you and kind of let the light bulb go off in your head of how much you can actually do in such a short amount of time. And if you make these prompts really good, Replit's going to be able to do a lot with very little. And we're going to start. And now we're going to get a badass looking website. As always, I'm super excited. I'll walk you through it. While this is starting, we're going to get a plan. So the first thing that Replit does really well is it allows you to kind of see what the plan is before it just starts coding. So it's going to look through it. It's going to understand the prompt. It's going to break it down into the different sections. And then we're going to approve the prompt if you guys have never used Replit. So here we go. It's going to do single page application with smooth scrolling navigation, hero section, beautiful navigation, services, everything there, gallery. So we're going to approve the plan. And now Replit is going to go and start actually coding up our website. The one thing I really like about Replit versus the others is it has the whole thing. Ideas, getting it coded, writing it out, making sure it uses all the best tools, environments, everything, and then you can actually deploy it. It's going to actually set up the server for you so you don't have to go to external services. Everything can be done here. Everything can live on the website and it works. So here we go. Let's see, premium cleaning and maintenance services. So now it's going to start code. This is my favorite part. You could see that it's actually doing this in real time as we're watching. It's actually coding everything. So if you've never watched no code development, it's so much fun. I always just get so excited watching these websites come together in such a short amount of time. You can see we have our navigation up here. We got the green logo based off of what? Bang. So see, it takes the context of what you're giving it, and then it's going to try to make it all look correctly perfect the first time. And this is a one prompt. So I'm curious to see how it's going to go. The last video we did, the site turned out amazing, literally with one prompt. And of course, if you guys want to try Replit, I got a link below. Buys me a cup of coffee. I'm always super grateful. And if you use my link, you get $10 extra. So the biggest question I always get asked is, why do I do this? Number one reason is I enjoy helping local businesses. A lot of them don't have these tools, don't even know these tools exist. Number two, it's fast and easy. It's 30 minutes of my day, make a fun video, make some cool content, and be able to actually get a full product to these businesses. And number three is for you guys, to understand, like, damn, I could actually do this for my business. I could help my cousin with his business, or I could go and sell this as a service. So the idea is for you guys to understand the potential of these tools and how much you can actually get done, so then you can make money doing it. That's definitely a big reason. And we have people in my community right now that are actually building these websites, and they're selling them. Somebody sold a site for, I think, $2,200, which is the highest so far. And of course, the group I'm talking about is called the No Code AI Army. It's a private group, 100% for free for you guys. And we have a big news coming soon where we're going to be launching a big product for the community. So make sure you guys join below. We got right now 5,456 members all in here, coding, developing. We got beginners all the way to full stack developers, building SaaS businesses, websites, games, anything you could imagine. You come in here, ask questions. But the most important part is you just start, and you start actually coding. All right, we got version 1, the most exciting part. Let's pull up the full browser. And here is our website. Let's see. Clean Stream LLC. Ooh, look at that. We got animations. We got our navigation. We got some images that we have to fix here. That's not a problem. We got all the services. Look at this, work gallery. Some of the images that I gave. Look at that, how beautiful that is. See your home transformed. We got reviews. And for example, like let's say you have a lot of reviews on Google. Give the link to Replit and say, hey, go to this website and get all the reviews from there. So you don't have to go one by one. Use these tools, use these agents to be able to do whatever the heck you want. We got free estimates, we got quotes, contact info, and then we have a little map. So the next thing I want to do is I want to go to the website so you guys can see how is it looking, right? Here's the old website. And then here is our new website. But I don't feel like there's a lot of detail. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to copy this text because I don't feel like it took the text. We're just going to copy the whole website. We're going to go back to Replit and I'm going to say this. Next, I want to just paste that information and say this. I want you to update all of the text on the website. Don't worry about formatting, just copy it, drop it in. It's smart enough to fix it all. And if it's not, then we'll just go in and make the little tweaks that we need to. Okay, the site is finished and we have a couple little tweaks. So the great thing with Replit is there's this new edit mode. If you go down here where it says select, you click on that and then you can select anything you want. So for example, we see this button right here. There is no correct font color. So if I click on this, it brings up the menu and I can change the font size. I can change the color. I'm able to do whatever I want. So obviously I want this to be black. So we're going to go in and just make that small tweak. So you no longer have to waste credits. You can just go in and start tweaking all of these different things. So for example, this one is we have this logo, but it's not working and I honestly don't need it. So I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to delete that section. Look at that. Now it's going to delete that element. And you can just go piece by piece to do like the little fine details on your website without having to do all of the prompting and coding and having it break stuff. And just like that, look, now that's gone. And just like that, we have the completed website. You can see the button that we just fixed. It's right down here. And then we can just go through all the different sections, make more tweaks if we want to. But as you can see, all of it is just using common language, regular language. Fix this image, just upload a new image, tell it, hey, replace this image. I mean, there's so much you can do with this. All of these navigations work. If you click on these, it goes to the different sections and it's a complete website. You know, obviously if you spend another hour on it or hopefully a day on it or two, you'll have a full professional looking site. But the great thing with Replit, as I mentioned, is if you go back up here now, You can also invite another developer if you have somebody that wants to help you with this. But if you go to deploy, you could literally set up an actual machine, like a server, to host this website for you. You hit approve and configure build settings, and the website's going to be live, and then you're going to be able to actually send out the link. If you're doing it for a client, for example, obviously you want to put this on Git, you want to download the code, you want to send it to them and put it on their server, whatever they're using, whether it's Vercel or if they're using GoDaddy hosting. That's the last transition you have to do. But again, that's all stuff you can figure out pretty easily. So some of the other great things about Replit that I really like is I mentioned Git. So if you go on the left side here, you could see all of the different tabs, and you have your preview mode. Then you have console. If you have errors, you could start looking in here. You also have your database. So we could set up our actual database to be able to store data right inside Replit. Again, you don't have to go to external services. Everything is in here. And then we have deployment. Same thing. I set up my server. And then there's also a bunch of tools. So if you look in here, you got authentication. If you need to do authentications, do forms, signups, there's also a security scanner you could do. Then one of the great things is I mentioned the Git. You push it to Git, so now you can share with others. You can do forks, get them to rebuild stuff for you. Everything is inside. And you also have your extensions. So if you go in, you can actually set up all your extensions within Replit right inside of here. And there's so many to choose from. Whatever you need, like for example, zip extractor. Let's say your website needs zip extractor. Boom, you come in here, you pop it in, it installs it, and now you can have that on your website. So definitely go through here. If you need to set up a different large language model, so on and so on.